We got him. Go.
Hey, thank you so much
What's up,
for your
buddy?
patience, dude. What is up? Thanks so much for working for that.
Shamelessly promote my own merchandise while you do
Go.
that.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Y'all, hit me up. Buy
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah, guys.
We're poor.
You gotta
We
show
need-
support for these bands that are up and coming, man. Definitely. That's cool. That's so. All right. So welcome to Rockland Revolution, everybody. I'm your host Rick Phoenix, and today I have Mr. Nick Keller from the band Almost Gone, man. Thank you for being on the show.
Hey,
brother.
thank you so much for having me.
I was definitely jamming out to your new single right now. As you know, I know Mindy. Mindy's a friend of the shows. She's been on the show, and she was actually my first interview here on Rockland Revolution. I was just like, wow. Totally brought me back to the old days, man. Like I don't know if that's still new to you. I might be a little bit older than you, but just let us know who Almost Gone is and what genre you guys are, and and where you're from.
Thanks again for having me. And Mindy, that's a good one to have for your first interview. She's she's awesome. She's a sweetheart. No, Almost Gone. We're from Richmond, Virginia.
Almost
okay,
Gone.
so we've been a band since 2019, and we play. Kind of hit the nail on the head. We play pop punk that sounds kind of nostalgic, even though that's not really what I'm going for. That's what it's into. I mean, it's kind of. I think it's hard to escape your influences. So, I mean, they creep into the music, even though I don't necessarily want them to. That's the name of our new song we just did with Mindy. We released that in November, and we did a music video for it. Our first collab, and we were stoked to have Mindy be a part of it. I had never heard her. It was so we have this friend he's got a lot of money, and he has this house where he has he's basically a rich bachelor. Like, he has this big house to himself. So imagine like a rich bachelor, what he'd have in his house. Like, that's basically what he has. He has a pool. His garage is a gym. He has a gambling room that has poker tables and craps tables and stuff. So we used his video, and it was a lot of fun.
Guitar, right? Like you play guitar.
I'm the singer. So, I play guitar and sing.
So what kind of guitar?
I have a Schecter, and so I have two guitars I play pretty much. I have a black Epiphone Les Paul, and I have a Schecter. And man, I love guitars, but I just can't bring myself to part ways with my other ones. I can't bring myself to spend money, so I keep playing the same gear year in and year out.
My son is getting the Schecter, so we're actually supposed to go get a guitar for him tomorrow. A Schecter, I think it's Extreme or something, Extreme 6 or something like that. Something more beginner, but I would think is that like a beginner guitar, more or less, or on that one?
Yeah, that's a good guitar with. A lot better than the one I started with.
What did you start with? Squire.
I started with a Squire Strat.
You said you guys are is kind of like pop punk, more or less, or something. Are you gonna, maybe
the pop punk? So I'm 28 years old. So I'm the age that we grew up with pop punk. That was what was cool when I was a kid. Stuff like 92, A Day to Remember, things like that. And so that's where a lot of my influence comes from. But I'm a big fan of music that's unique. I'm a big Linkin Park fan, and that was Linkin Park came out. That was as unique as it got. Nobody was doing. I mean, people were doing hip hop mixed with rock, but not in the style that Linkin Park was. And nobody was they didn't have a guy who was a good rapper like Mike Shinoda, and then a guy who was a great vocalist and screamer like Chester in the same band. That was unique. They are unique like that. So I've tried to take a lot of my influences and mix them together. So on the new single Comfort Kills, there's a screaming part. We have a song called Mirror, where there's a rap scream part that's kind of like Attila. I don't know if you're familiar with Attila, but that's a big influence of mine as well. Our next song, this is my problem. I'm always the most excited about the song that's not out yet because it's the most new. Comfort Kill, I love it, but I've also heard it 10 million times at this point. Our next song is going to be called Glass House. That's going to drop in January. On it. It's going to have screams, and it's going to have pop really verses. So mix and match in different different genres. I feel like music is at a point now where it doesn't need to be genre specific anymore. It used to be, if you're a rock, you play rock. AC/DC played rock. If you're a hip hop artist, you rap. That's what you do. If you're a pop guy, you do pop. It doesn't have to be like that anymore. So many people are mixing genres, which I think is really exciting.
Albums out right now that are out there that people can check out and everything like that. I know there's a couple of songs I checked out. I checked out, I believe, the Comfort Kills one, Burn. Burn was pretty cool. I like the 306 one. That was pretty cool. Different albums, right? The Crowd Pleaser, I think. I checked that one out too. So I noticed there was different covers and stuff. So I didn't know if you're just releasing them as singles or if you're
just singles, man. And there's a method to my madness, believe it or not. So in this day and age of YouTube and TikTok being so dominant, we're really trying to be deliberate about like putting out doses of content, especially a band the size that we are. You know, if you're Lamb of God, you can get away with putting out one album every 2 years, and your fans are going to be really excited for that new album. But if you're smaller like us, you know, nobody's going to even remember who we are in 2 years if we did an album once every 2 years. So we do a single about every 8 weeks. We drop one, 8 to 10 weeks, I'd say.
Still right now, we got Mr. Nick Keller here from Almost Gone. You guys definitely need to check them out. They have a new single right now. It's called Comfort Kills, featuring Mindy Jackson. They got, you know, some new music, you know, in the works and everything. So
on all streaming platforms. So, you know, Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, whatever you use, we're on every major streaming platform. Throw us a follow on TikTok. Throw us a follow on Instagram and a like on Facebook and YouTube, please. You know, we're always trying to boost all those social media sites. It's a lot to juggle, but it can be, you know, it's a lot of fun also at the same time. So that's how I look at this whole musical thing. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
And the 4 members.
Almost Gone has 4 members.
And how is the writing process with you guys? Like, how does that go? Did you come up with the ideas together, or is it separately, or an idea? You know, like what's
I've written the last 4 or 5 singles we've done. I mean, the reason I started doing that is I got Pro Tools. I just started experimenting, and sometimes I've heard some famous musicians say this. Sometimes you feel like it's easier because there's no distractions. Just you and the computer, and you're recording and experimenting and trying this, trying that. There's no, oh, we should do this, we should do that. That way you can put something together, and then you bring it to the band, and you know, maybe it'll get tweaked from there. But that's the way we've been. I sit down, I come up with the concept. I usually can hear it in my head what I want the song to be like, and I'll piece riffs together, and then I'll have to take a concept lyrically. What do I want to say with this song? And then I start there, and I start writing the lyrics for the song.
For this, the remainder of the year, or any plans or anything for 2023? Wow, I just said that. That's pretty crazy that we're gonna be in 2023.
Crept up on us, actually, tomorrow night. So, like I was telling you, I live in Richmond, Virginia, and for anybody who's not familiar, that's like the dead center of the state, okay, like geographically. And so we're playing a show tomorrow night in Arlington, Virginia, which is like 3 hours north of us. So it's an market show for us, and really excited. We play up there like twice a year. And so this will be, I think, the second time this year that we've played up there. It's a place called the Renegade. Really cool place. They emailed me. I'm stoked about this. They said they have this new like giant TV monitor to go behind the stage. So I could send them my logo, or like I put together video, like, you know, 30-second loop that they can show, you know, before we take the stage and stuff. So I'm stoked about that. But yeah, the Renegade tomorrow night in you know, just outside our only other show this year. We're playing a dude's party. This guy's having a party he wanted us to come play at December 16th, and then we've got a home show in Richmond, March, at a place called River City Roll in Richmond.
Have you had a chance to open up?
Yeah, so we opened for Forever Came Calling this year. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're from California. For Red Jumpsuit Apparatus last year. They were. I don't know why, but I was expecting them to be like rock star egoed out, and they were not at all. They were so numb, but down to earth. We're working on getting on the bill with a band called Pepper, if you ever heard of them. They're like reggae
No,
punk
no.
kind of.
Salt and
check,
Pepper.
check them out if
I
you
heard
like.
Salt and
If you
Pepper.
like.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be in March of next year. So
Day
yeah,
by day, brother. Day by day.
Keeping it
Just
rolling.
Take whatever you can get and go out there. It doesn't matter how
That's
many
right.
people are out there, man. You go out there, you pretend like basically. What is your best experience on stage so far? Like a good memory that you can.
I always draw a blank when I get questions like this, but one that was really cool was after COVID started to end. I guess that would have been early 22 or late 21. We played at this place downtown in Richmond that we played at before. A really cool place. A lot of people come out to it, and so it was like a return to the stage kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it got really rowdy in there. Like really, like there were people crowd surfing. Like I had never seen people crowd surf at this place before, and I thought for sure something within the venue was gonna break. Like it was getting like a Woodstock '99, but like on a much smaller scale. And after the show, I was a little nervous. I thought because we have a good relationship with the venue owner, and I thought he was going to be like, "Fuck you guys, you're never coming back after doing that."
Look
and
what you
I
did,
came up,
Nick.
I came up to him after, and I was like, how was the show? And he was like, dude, it was dope. Like that was so cool. I'm so glad things are back to normal. So that was about
awesome
the worst.
moment.
Yeah, what is your worst experience on stage, man? I got like plenty of those.
Dude,
something you can just recall and share with us.
Dude, I have so many. I don't even know where to start with that. So many times I've said something stupid into a microphone, or I guess I think every band has this growing pains, but like your first or second show that you play, that's like there's like five people at it. That's hard. I mean, you play through it, you play like a champion, but that's hard. It's hard to keep yourself excited when that's what's going on.
Well, I mean, I have a first song, man, real quick. First song, I jump up in the air. The whole band's jumping up on the stage, right? We jump up. My whole foot goes to the freaking floor, and I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the stage, and I'm just looking, and I mean, the band's still going. Some of the drums are falling behind me. It was crazy. We still went through it, everybody. Right? So I mean, the show must go on. So you got to get through it, but. That was the longest 4 songs for real that I've ever had to do. So kudos to those who actually keep going instead of just stopping and then just I think that's more awkward if you just stop, you know what I mean? Like
keep rolling, pretend it was on purpose.
Yeah, it was on purpose. Yeah, so it's been there in the show since last year. To perform at, like, has there been a cool venue or city or state
getting out there? Somewhere in Japan. I've heard Japan has a very underrated rock music fan base. Like, I was talking with my parents sponsor these kids from Japan that like come to go to college here, and they need basically somebody to help them when they have like Thanksgiving break and stuff like that.
Cool,
and I was talking with them, these kids, and they're college kids, and college kids typically know what's cool and what's not. And I was asking them, like, what's popular in Japan right now, music-wise? And they're like, oh, rock music, like baby metal, like all these rock bands that I like from Japan. I'm like, really? That's what you're into? So, like, I feel like what we do would go over beautifully over there.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Even Marty Friedman from Megadeth went over there, and he's a big star over there. Where can people get your gear, and where can they call you to book you? Do you have? Yeah, there you go. I'd like to have one of those. Oh, the shot glass. There you go.
Oh yeah. Find us on social media. First of all, huge thank you to anybody who's listening to us. Thank you, Rick, big time for having me on. A pleasure to meet you. I'm so glad that Mindy connected us. Mindy is awesome.
Tell her this a lot.
I mean, and I really mean it. The music world needs more Mindys. Mindy's like, I've never met a person who's so down to help people for the sake of helping people. Like that's it.
That's out there. Like hopefully, if God willing or whatever happens, we get out there, all of us, any of us. Let's help each other out. Let's get out there and just do a show together. So definitely for the future.
Like Mindy and I talk about it. Like nobody's going to appreciate what you do as a musician as much as another musician. Like somebody who's not a musician's just they might love it, they might love the music, but they're not going to have the level of appreciation as another person. So like when your band releases a song, when my band does, when Mindy's band, like we know what went into that. We know all the hours and the work and everything. And so like, you know, that makes me even more excited when I see my friends release some music and stuff like that. And where people can find us, and Facebook, Almost Gone RVA. So there's like an R, a V, and an A at the end, like the letters, and that stands for Richmond, Virginia. That's a pretty normal handle for people around our city. So Facebook, Almost Gone RVA, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and then we're on every streaming platform. So look us up, check out our new single Comfort Kills featuring Mindy Jackson, and keep on rocking.
Just real quick, I know you're putting in the hard work. I know you're, you know, hopefully 2023 is an amazing year for you guys. But where do you see yourself in 3 years? 3 years.
3 years, I would musically, I would like to see myself having more like professional relationships in the business. So, you know, I met a lot of really great people. I'd like to keep doing that, keep networking, and you know some more people, because then I can help their brand, they can help our brand, and it all helps that way. Another exciting thing that I can't believe I didn't even mention it yet in this interview is we are now under B Square Management, B Square Music Management. They're based out of Nashville, but they got people all over the place. I think our girl that manages us is in California. They do our booking. That's their main responsibility, is our booking now. But that's extremely exciting.
Well, bring them to Texas. Bring them to South Texas.
Fuck yeah.
The year's almost
fucking
over.
Right.
What you got? Any New Year's resolution?
To get richer and better looking.
Keller, guitarist, singer for Almost Gone. Definitely enjoying your music. And I'm not just saying it. I actually was jamming out to it, and I was like, dude, this is actually good, you know. So when I heard it, I was like, let me get these guys on the show. Give exposure, you know, to people that deserve it, that are working hard, and definitely have, you know, talent and the drive for everything that you're about to do, because it's not easy, you know. So keep your head up, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thanks so much for having me, dude. Check out our new single Comfort Kills featuring Mindy Jackson, and watch out for our next single called Glass House that is coming out in January. This is our like Red Jumpsuit Apparatus has the song Face Down that's about an abusive relationship. Well, this is our Face Down. Really heavy message, but it's a rockin' song, so really excited to share that with everybody.
Can't wait to hear it, man. Send it to me as soon as you get it. I want to check it out.
Fucking
all right.
Right.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Peace.
We'll see you guys later. Rock on.